Hello everyone, it's Tempting Mars. How are you doing? I already have an eyeshadow look that I want to do in mind. I kind of want a red and black, almost smoky eye, especially since I'm wearing this nice dark blue navy top. There are some days where I truly wish I just had a really light BB, CC, like what is it, BB cream, CC cream? I'm not sure the difference of it, but I just wish I had one of those really light foundations that had very light coverage, because I don't think I need a lot of coverage. But I think that if I did eyeshadow without any foundation, like any cream or anything, it would look a little bit crazy. I saw that ColourPop just came out with a Hannah Montana collection, makeup collection, and if I was younger and I saw that, I would have actually been super obsessed. I was a big Hannah Montana fan, a big Miley Cyrus fan. Hannah Montana was my life. Hannah Montana, High School Musical, and Wizards of Waverly Place. I was such a big fan. I loved Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus, and I think I liked Sharpay the most from High School Musical because I liked her song Fabulous. Those are some really, really fun shows and movies. But I was the biggest fan of Hannah Montana. I remember that was the first concert I guess I went to, but the concert was a movie concert. And my mom has, I think she still has, like a little newspaper clip out of the Hannah Montana movie. I guess the nice thing about this foundation, this Armani foundation, is that it's very lightweight. It feels like it's not even on. I was doing this viral tip video, and it was really feeling cakey on me. So I didn't want to feel that feeling, but I forgot it was because of that viral hack that didn't really work. I don't think I ever wanted to be blonde, but I definitely was a fan of blonde characters. I really liked Ashley Tisdale in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Was her name Maddie in that one? I don't remember her name in that one actually, but I loved her in that. I mean, London Tipton was very fun too, and so iconic. Disney had a lot of really good shows back when I was younger. I'm like, what do kids even watch now? Is it just that they watch TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that? I'm wondering if the shows now are dumbed down more, or if they're kind of around the same level of maturity, because yes, Hannah Montana was a kid's show, but I didn't think it was that childish, especially when she got older, because I think the audience was getting older as well. But I know people my age who still watch Hannah Montana and Wizards of Waverly Place, especially Wizards of Waverly Place. That is such a good show. I think that once I started getting older, Wizards of Waverly Place was my go-to. Selena Gomez, I wanted to be Alex Russo so bad, you guys. I really did. She was so cool to me, Selena Gomez, and being Alex Russo. At that time, I think I was not understanding how to kind of differentiate Alex Russo from Selena Gomez, so I kind of thought that that's who she was. But yeah, I really wanted... Oh my God, there's a cat. Oh my God, there's a cat outside that literally looks like my cat. Oh my God, hold on. Cleo? What in the world? Hold on. Y'all, I'm not even joking. There is a cat outside on the fence that looks exactly like my two cats. I couldn't see Cleo anywhere, and I was like, okay, I just saw her over here. She was being naughty. I told her not to do that. Did she somehow get outside and run away and be like, bye, I'm done with this. I'm gonna go do what I want in the wilderness. Maybe it's the father or mother of these cats? I have no idea. I also know they had, I think, 2 other siblings with them. So maybe someone else adopted one of the siblings of them, and then it's an outdoor cat. I don't know. I don't like cats being outdoor cats. I don't like that personally, because a lot of them kind of get snatched up by eagles and hawks. So it makes me sad. I kind of want to capture it, but it doesn't seem that friendly. We noticed that there was definitely an animal who was marking their territory outside our house, and I believe that it's probably that cat. Maybe, I'm actually thinking it could be the father. You know that? You know what I remember that I haven't heard anything about in a long time? Disney used to make these album CDs where it was like some of the famous actors and actresses making songs and then putting them on the CD. Like I'm pretty sure there was a Christmas one. I think Ashley Tisdale sang Last Christmas I Gave You My Heart. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it was Ashley Tisdale, but if anyone knows what I'm talking about, please comment down below what it's called, because I used to love that. My friend had that. Well, actually, I would call them more of like a cousin. My cousins had that, and I was obsessed when she would play it. I think I just need to start referring to people who are like cousins to me and like family members to me, just as family members. I think that's what I'm gonna start doing from now on. I'm very much a person where I believe that family is not created by blood. Family is the people who are around you that you choose to have in your family. And I've grown up that way with the people around me. I've had a lot of people who were close to me who were like family members, because a lot of my family, we don't live around each other, right? So I don't get to know these people really. I saw someone put concealer on their chin and I feel like I'm gonna regret it, but we'll see. I love this little concealer brush though. Like, yes, please. Yes, I love these little hard brushes. I didn't watch much of Nickelodeon. I know that you were either a Family Channel kid or Nickelodeon kid. I watched a little bit of iCarly. Actually, no, I watched a lot of iCarly, a little bit of Victorious. I was such a big fan of iCarly. That was my jam, okay? When Sam and Freddie got together, that made my whole life. Spoilers, spoilers. I know they have remakes of them now, of iCarly. I don't know, does anyone watch that? Does it still exist anymore? I think they also did a That's So Raven sequel as well. I loved That's So Raven, let it be known. My problem is with all of these sequels is that I want some original content. I feel like there's a lot of movies nowadays that are just sequels to really popular movies. That's why I try to support original content as much as I can, because there's just something special there. Don't get me wrong, some sequels are truly amazing and even surpass what the first one has done. To be honest, okay, I do like animated movies sometimes. Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, bangers. Bangers, y'all. I would actually say that Toy Story 2 beats Toy Story 1, and Toy Story 3 beats Toy Story 2. I think one of the reasons why I find Toy Story 3 to be my #1 in the franchise is the animation style is so good. I like that it really does feel like an ending to the franchise, and the whole concept is really cool, and it makes me emotional. I mean, obviously when we were all younger, we thought that toys were real, right? I feel like everybody probably thought that. I mean, maybe not, but definitely makes me emotional thinking about that and how it's about childhood. My cats are being so naughty. So naughty. It's ridiculous, babe. I am definitely a sucker for Disney movies. I think less now. I feel like I'm kind of growing up from those, but I used to be a huge lover. Whenever I'd get sick, I would just put it on. Whenever it was my time of the month and my cramps were so bad, I would put it on as a distraction. I think that a lot of the movies have really great messages. I mean, the first true, what would I call it, lesson? Or would I call it moral phrase that I remember and I really ingrained deeply when I was very young was the golden rule: treat others as you want to be treated. I think that was such an important rule that I learned at a young age, and I didn't want people to hurt. I wanted people to be happy all the time, and I think that's a lesson that should be taught. And I think that Disney has different lessons as that. I mean, it really depends if you, as a child, understood those lessons and understood what the takeaway of the movie was. Subconscious or not conscious? Not conscious? What? But WALL-E really affected me too, thinking about our world and how we take it for granted. I think that new Hoppers movie is important too, with the lesson about treating our environment and our animals kindly. I think the lessons are very similar to each other, obviously with completely different storylines, 100% from WALL-E, but I think they have very, very similar connections. A question that I would want to know about famous makeup YouTubers is that, do they have someone to clean their brushes for them? Or do they have so many brushes that they don't need to worry about, oh, this really pigmented red on this brush that you're now going to use for a different color, so now you have to clean it off immediately. I remember when beauty YouTubers were they were like the gods of YouTube back in the Coachella era. I remember there was all that drama with the gummy bear, like healthy gummy bears. I don't remember what that brand is called. At that time, I was definitely not interested in doing my own makeup, but I was interested in watching it sometimes. There was definitely not one person that I clinged onto necessarily. Actually, I will say I clinged onto Tati before the drama. And then after the drama, it was just too much for me. I'm not a drama type person. I think I would have a really hard time if I had YouTube drama. That would be crazy. I hope that I never have that, but I couldn't do it personally. I really liked her reviews beforehand. She seemed like an authentic, down to earth person. And I'm not saying she's not anymore. It's just that whole thing was so big that I couldn't watch any videos without thinking of that drama. Before her, I mainly clinged on to different gaming channels. I liked Rooster Teeth a lot. Rooster Teeth, specifically Achievement Hunter. I was such a huge fan of Achievement Hunter for a long time. Definitely in my high school era, I loved them. My favorite was Michael. He was my favorite, okay? And then Gavin, and then Jeremy, and then actually Jeremy overpowered Gavin because I think Gavin was just busy with a lot of things. I really liked their different role-playing stuff. I think did they have a game that they would play where one person's the murderer and the other person's like the sheriff, and they would kind of role play? I thought that stuff was so much fun. Ooh, okay. I used to love their golf with friends or just golfing multiplayer gameplay. It was a long time ago when they played this, and it was so funny. It feels so weird going down memory lane with all of these groups and just thinking about all of the times, all of the weird times and the goofy times. See, I loved the goofiness of these groups and just the weird stuff they would do and watching that. I think a lot of YouTube now, I could be wrong though, but I feel like social media right now, I feel like it's in a very stagnant spot right now where the people who you've already loved in the past, people want to support them and not newer creators in that sense, unless they're giving you lessons on how to do things like influencing you or, you know, targeting kids. I don't think I have a specific target audience that I want to hit. I just want to make people feel good. I don't care what age you are. I don't care if you're young or old. I've always liked entertaining people and making them feel good through jokes, through whatever. I've never liked people that do really harsh jokes that are very insulting and very rude to people, like comedians that insult people in the crowds, you know, those types of people. The funniest people I know are ones that don't have to insult other people to be super funny. I am loving this eye. This eye is giving goth. I think there's a comedian host that does jokes perfectly. And listen, I'm not saying all jokes from her are good. You know, not every comedian can have a 100% win streak on their jokes. Her name is Nikki Glazer? I don't know. Is that her last name? Maybe that's not her last name, but Nikki, I believe she hosted the Oscars. I believe so. But I find she's a really good host. And I mean, from the award show jokes that I've seen, it's really good at lightly taking a little a little dig at somebody, but not in a way that's actually going to hurt them, but that's just gonna be funny. I don't think I've ever done a look like this. I mean, most of the girl talks, the makeup looks that I do, I've never done them on my face before. I've never done them for someone else, but I'm really happy with this. This is looking pretty cool. Wow. Wow, okay, black and white. I wonder if these makeup videos ever inspire someone to do this makeup look. I hope it does. I really want to inspire people. There are only 2 makeup tools that I don't have that I wish I have. And it is eyeliner and setting spray. I feel like setting spray is really, really important and I don't have it, but that's okay. This is so cool. I'm not a fan for my own face of doing an underneath sometimes, but I feel like if you did a nice thin black line underneath, that would look really cute. If anyone's doing their makeup alongside me. Oh my God, now I have to put on a lip, guys. Now I have to put on a good lip. How am I gonna do this? I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm so scared, I'm so scared. Oh my God, and you know what? In my head I said to myself as I was doing my blush, I'm not gonna forget to do my mascara, but guess who forgot to do her mascara? Me. I realized as I did my mom's mascara that some people are doing their mascara wrong. Make sure when you're doing your mascara, you kind of sizzle. That sounds really weird, but you use the wand and as you're on your eyelashes, you kind of sizzle. I don't know. You move it left and right a little bit like this. Sizzle. As you're pulling it out, sizzle. I don't know, that's just my word for it, I guess, sizzle. Sizzle. And this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what topic you want me to talk about next, even though I only really talk about each topic for like 30 seconds. Sorry. And I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.